What's up, everybody? Matt here, bringing you the second episode in the Brave New World series on my buddy Kyle's vanilla Minecraft server. After the big 1.18 cliffs and cliffs and caverns and cliffs. Let's just get this thing started, shall we? Just wanted to give you guys a huge update. I haven't forgotten about this series, and honestly, the first episode did really well. So I've been really excited. It's just there's been a lot going on in the server. A lot of what I was building that is completely uninteresting, in my opinion, to anybody until the end product. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the world. Obviously, a lot has changed here. I never really built a little shack. I just am living under the stars, but we're living pretty good. I mean, I have a constant source of livestock, so that's providing plenty of meat. Got plenty of sugarcane growing. Got a small wheat farm here. Got multiple smelters for when I was needing to cook up a lot of materials at once. Before I had silk touch, so I could get clean stone. And again, I'll explain that in a bit. I'm weathering copper blocks here because I really like that oxidized copper look. This is just where I break down all my minerals with my fortune pickaxe. These trees, I don't know what was here anymore. It's been so long, but you know, I needed a source of coal without going and looking for coal in the mountains and all. And I've just been making a lot of charcoal, so constantly growing trees, chopping them down. I'm saving the spruce trees. I've got a big project planned for all of that. So I've really only been using the oak wood for charcoal. But then I got some bees. You know, I think they changed how often bees spawn in the world with the 1.18. And I think that might have something to do with the fact that beeswax. Oh no! Oh, Jonathan burned to death. They're all in the nether. I'm going to be joining them here in a little bit. Oh, I don't know where I was. Oh yeah, so I've got a nice little... This is just where I'm breaking down broken gear into iron ingots. Any viewers that play Minecraft that don't know about this is a really easy makeshift XP farm. All you have to do is constantly have items being fed into it and then being pulled out of it into a chest. The XP stays in the furnace. So when you need XP, just come in here and you click to try and get the piece out. Now, it's not surefire. You're not going to get it every time. But when you do, you get all the XP that has racked up over time. I still say it's a glitch, but a lot of people are calling it a feature. But so I'm at level 43 right now. And as soon as I get this now, this is it. There it is. All right. So I went from 43 to 46 there. And so it legitimately stores up every piece of XP that ever goes through here. Even though you cash in on it, it stays in the furnace. It's so cheaty, but you know what? It's amazing. It helps you get levels real fast, makes enchanting so much easier, makes repairs. Hey everybody, Future Phantom Llama here. Just wanted to bring a quick correction to what I just said. Jacob just pointed out to me while we were talking that if you add a lever to the cheaty furnace, like so, and put it in the on position, it will stop, obviously, things from flowing out of the furnace, which makes it incredibly easy, to get out of the furnace. That's all. Back to your regularly scheduled program. That much easier. Plus, you've got it constantly cooking stuff. So, you know, two birds with one stone and all. Not the parrots in the jungle. We like them. So I really just want to give you guys a big tour of the big thing I've been working on. It's been exhausting. Not gonna lie, it. I'm so glad I'm finally done. I'll just tell you, I've been terraforming, and terraforming in Minecraft is so mundane. I've been catching up on a lot of YouTube stuff. A lot of the people that I watch should have probably lit up over here, but I legitimately haven't been over this way since, gosh, the early days when I tore down that broken nether portal over here. Again, if you remember seeing that in my first video, I tore that down for the obsidian. I have yet to go into the nether. I've been very single track minded because I want you guys to experience this world with me. And I didn't want to start building anything without you guys being along for the ride. Okay, so we're going to go over, oh my gosh. That would have been my death. Oh, so many creepers. No, we're just going to go over here. Yep, just going to crawl. Oh my. This is the most danger I've been in. Okay. So, obviously, I've done a lot of work here. Everything's very well lit down here. I will probably put a side-by-side here to show everybody the difference, but this whole flat area, I've actually built that up. So after I fell in love with this place, I discovered a very, very unfortunate, terrible truth, if you will. There are so many slime chunks here. No, 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 go away. I just want to work. I'm going to die. Oh, no, 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 no. Just going down my hole. Going down my hole. Let me eat. Don't come down here. So I went in to chunk base. I located those slime chunks, and then I built them up to level 40, 41. So all this cliff face along here, that was actually all below level 41. I think it was down closer to Y 20, 15, 20. I built that up to Y40 to keep the slimes from being able to spawn in. And I've had to dress it up to look a little more natural because I'm going for an all-natural kind of look. You can see some water down there. I'm going to be putting in a river. You'll see here in a little bit, I'm going to have a waterfall coming from a big pool down to here, and it's just going to go deep into the cavern. And I think it's going to look really neat. Anyway, I'll go down here in a minute just to show off a little closer and kind of give a basic idea of where things are going to be laid out. But over here, in the previous video, I talked about building some cliff dwellings. And I think that a major portion of those buildings are going to be over here. Not really sure what function they'll hold, or if any, or if it'll be purely decorative at this point. But there will be quite a bit of just Mesa Verde inspired dwellings along here. And if you guys are at all interested, I highly recommend looking up Mesa Verde. I'll just do a wiki link down in the description. It's just a really fantastic place. And if you live here in the United States or travel to the United States, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It's in southern Colorado. It's gorgeous. And it's just such a cool walk down the early history of the Native Americans here. I just wanted to show off this wading pool that I've mentioned a couple times. And I'm pretty sure you could see it in the first video. You know, when I first saw it, I thought it was just a really shallow wading pool kind of thing. No, this goes all the way down. This is part of the massive cave system, and it's incredible. I mean, it it honestly reminded me of, there's this really deep freshwater pool in Punta Cana down in the Caribbean, and it's called Hoya Azul, the blue hole. And it's really fresh, clean water, and it's deceptively deep. So that was that was a cool little discovery I found when I first started working on the world and terraforming, gain things, especially because of all those slime chunks. But is there a safe place I can fall over here? I have feather falling. Okay, yeah, we'll just do this. So this is just kind of the grand staircase I have built, and it's going to split here. This branch is going to go over to the pool. I'm going to have like a little fishing area here before it goes down into the big waterfall. Then this is just going to go down to that little plateau area. And one thing that I thought would be really cool to do, one of the first things I need to build is where my granary, or as some people like to call them, granaries. Looking at you, Jacob, got into a little friendly argument the other night with me. Both pronunciations, turns out, are acceptable. So I'm not going to correct you. And you're not allowed to correct me. Granary. The granary is just going to be purely food storage. A lot of times in the past, I've built like food production systems like chicken auto cookers, cow cookers, automated farms. I've done that kind of thing all together. But this time I think I'm going to go a little more basic. Up on the ground level, I'm going to put in just a lot of kind of decorative fields, but I might be living kind of more like a hunter-gatherer. I might build a chicken cooker just because of how convenient they are, but if I do, it's going to be up on the surface. So what we're going to do is build a purely aesthetical crane and gantry system that would be used to transport foodstuffs from the surface down here through that little gap in the cliff and the surface down here. Then it would be brought in here by the villagers, the workers, the peasants, what have you, into the food storage area. I'm gonna flatten this out a little further here, but I think that's gonna look really cool. And to add a bit of actual functionality, what I'm going to do is just build in a basic hopper system, that a hopper pipeline that'll drop food off in, say, just a chest here. I'm not going to worry about doing an auto sorter. There's so much work for so little payout, in my humble opinion. They're really neat to see, but I don't want to bother with that. Anyway, moving on. Over this way is where the plateau is going to be, or is, I should say. This is where I'm going to have some freestanding buildings, some paths. I'm going to actually build a bridge up here. This is between two of the spawn chunk blockers, as I call them. And then I'm going to have a narrow path that runs along this cliff face. It's going to go down here. That's where my strip mine is. We'll end up probably seeing that in a later video, but I've got a strip mine very deep here, pulling out deep slate and for diamonds. And up here, I'll get you closer from when we were over there. This is where the cliff dwellings are going to be. I think it's going to be it's a really cool view, really, overlooking the cavern back there into the wilds, as well as seeing up at the surface. I think this update has made such an amazing looking world, and it blows my mind. Oh, that is way too symmetrical looking. Oh, that cannot be unseen. I did not build that. Oh, I have to fix that. I'm gonna have to fix that at a later date. Oh, can't unsee that. Again, all of this was kind of flat. So it was mined out. I made this tunnel canal. I'm not entirely happy with it, but it's one of the better ones I've done. It's just so hard to make things look natural in Minecraft when you're building something like a mountain or a cliff. But I'm going to be filling this entire area in with water. It's going to come all the way back here. Somebody's messaging me on Discord, I think. And something you may also have noticed from the first video, there was a whole level here. This cavern was actually 2 different levels. And so I spent a long time cutting out that middle layer to make it so you could see all the way up. And I think that really has helped make this place just feel absolutely enormous. I am so happy that I found this. So happy I wandered off in the wrong direction from everybody else. But back here is kind of what I'm calling the wilds. This is going to be the extent of where I build, at least on the ground level. And what I'm going to do, like I said earlier, I'm saving up all those spruce trees. I'm gonna build this big palisade wall spanning from this wall all the way over to the other side here. And there's gonna be some redstone in there for a big, like a gate, probably a 2x4, 2x6. I don't know yet, but we're gonna have a big gate that opens so that I have access to back here. But I'm gonna try and keep this all sequestered off because I don't want to have to deal with lighting this entire area. You saw how much lighting it's going to take up here, and it's just going to be very intense. Anyway, I think that just about does it for the tour of what I've done. I know that it might not look like I have a lot to show for the last how many weeks has it been since the first update, or the first video, but I have been working almost daily on this for weeks just to get it to this point. So I'm really excited to start building in here, have you guys along for the journey. Well, that's going to do it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time, we're going to be going into the nether to get some netherite so we can go up against the ender dragon with Jacob. Until next time, make it a great day, and we will see you in the next video.